break. I don't want to give your boy a break.
What up? What up? What up? What up, man? We back in the building. We here for another episode of Just My Damn Opinion, man. You know they like assholes. Hey, everybody got one, and I got one too. You know what I'm talking about? With that being said, I'm in the building with my folks, man. I got my homie JV down at the bottom. Say what up, JV.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? Glad to be back in the house with y'all, man. Took a little hiatus or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? I'm here back in live action with my fellas, so let's get it on this evening.
And y'all know what it is, man. My homeboy, brother from another mother, co-host. He's back in the building like every week, man. What up, Pop?
What's going on, man? We out here in the building. My boy JV back in the building. Blessed to be here again. Another hump day wins before the end of the year. Hope everybody doing good for the holidays.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So y'all know how we start things off, man. I don't know what's going on. We have some little technical difficulties, but we're gonna still start off with a track. It may not be in your Rolodex, you know what I'm saying, your playlist, but it's definitely in mine, man. I respect the brother, man. He's one of the few guys that can write and produce. He do his own stuff, man. So I'm gonna pull up one of his tracks, man, and hope you guys like it. And if you do, put it in your playlist.
Let's get it.
He from the South, Big Creek. I don't know if you heard of him. Any one of you guys heard of Big Creek at all?
Yes,
He
sir.
from Texas,
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, before we get into anything, man, you know how we get in. We get in pocket with a song first, man. Get to relax, get yourself together. I got my little glass of wine here. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do.
Endorsement. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We gonna play a little of this Creek, man, and just to get settled in.
Well, I didn't know we was doing the libations to start off the night.
Yeah, that's how we get down.
Yeah.
Hope y'all like this track.
Give me a little bit more of that
Is
volume,
it him
Parker.
or is it something I call that makes a bad bitch get freaky, fuck like porno star? Or maybe it was that one that keep a bopper in the zone. With the way she hit my phone, like she can't leave me alone, and let her just keep having it. Living on all this rap shit. She ain't up 10, she died for that just with my average. 7 chances lavishly with 7 digit dashing it. I'm an advocate. Hold out wheels if you hop in here. You might say glad to be my passionate. My everything that I want. I do it doing y'all don't. With the whole world in my draw. It wrong. Take the stars away, I ride. But the potholes make me tired. The last fucking thing I stand, so let me by. Cause I got money on the floor. Dice on the trust. Rock my top. No one can do it better. Down and say what's up. Roll in the chrome. Poppin' legs. Hold you won't leave me alone. Money on the floor. Like a said, just rock, see around and making it over. Down and sit that way. But forward in the cold. Poppin' heads, hold you won't leave me alone. Look, she called me big baby. I got my Gucci's on, black on black, head to toe, smelling like rock cologne, feeling like big pimpin', inhale, exhale, good green, big lane, get them bitches X feels cold, can't make them get so loose on them tequila shots. Every time I do it, I regret it, the bitch just can't stop. Now she dancing on the table, skirt the window through a neighbor, niggas throwing money at her shit, I can't be mad. Yeah, I'm a blesser, blesser. 25 lighters on my dresser.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With some money on the mind.
But MJ, man.
All I turn to Eddie Kane.
Rock my top, no one could do it. Diamonds in the love, forward in the wrong. Poppin' legs, hold you won't leave me alone. Money on the floor, lighters on the truss. Rock my top, no one could do it. Diamonds in the love, forward in the wrong. Poppin'
Come on, Teddy boy.
Stayed at my grandma house with 25 rifles. Stayed in the trap house with like 25 rifles. Drop my top and I dip. But if I pop my trunk, you better go
Yep.
sleep from lips on the vehicle like they going fishing. Real the wrong thing, tell her like I'm going fishing. Okay, this how I ride. Two bad hoes inside. One hoe say she wet, the other hoe say she tired. I'ma drop this other hoe off. Me and the other hoe, we gon' ride. All jokes aside, I'm gonna get money, post a child. Money don't go, die, so just rock my top. No one could do it better. Diamonds in the love.
Big boy strip club song.
Money on the floor, lights on the truck, rock my top. No one could do it better. Diamonds in the love. Going in the cold, popping nails, hold you won't leave me alone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Right in pocket, man. Right in pocket. And I must say, 2 Chainz ripped that one. He held his own for sure on
Absolutely.
that track.
Oh, two gonna hold it. Two hold it. I don't know too much. He won't hold it on. Just depending
I
on
know a
what
little
y'all
bit.
rap.
I know a little bit
Hey,
more recently what he did.
he came on that one though, boy. God,
Yes,
he
sir.
came on that one. Shout out to K Glover in the house too. What's up with you, boss
Shout out
lady?
Miss
What's
K
up with
Glover.
you? Appreciate you up in the building. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna bounce around a little bit, man. Before I get on one of the main things I want to talk about, man, I'm just gonna hit it with a little gossip just to lead into it, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm a big DC and Marvel fan. I hate they did that to my boy Kane, man. Jonathan Majors is no longer with Marvel. There will be no Kane the Conqueror unless it's gonna be recast. Y'all heard anything about that?
Yeah,
I
I
ain't hear
heard
nothing
it.
about it, man, but I figured it was coming. I mean, it's a lot of smoke and a lot of damn fire around Buddy right now. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily off of what they've been showing through the video, but off of them dang on text. The text will get you every time.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
And that what
In
was
the blender.
crazy,
He's in
man.
the blender.
From the
Man, they lost a lot of
they got the
man.
video of the man running away. I think he was found guilty on 2 counts and innocent on the other 2 counts. So
Hmm.
but the video
All
running away and
projects.
all that,
They
them
discontinued him
texts,
from all projects.
yeah, them
Man,
texts were killed him though. Them texts
Absolutely.
they killed him, bro. Killed him, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Ah,
but
man.
money, that man on lost man. God.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, shit, I ain't that smart in math, but I'm counting at least 200 million, 150 million.
man, that
Man, that
Marvel,
easy.
hey, that Marvel money, man, it's long and it's super green.
Yeah.
Right, bro. You talking about
He
loan
said,
money, like
It's super green, man. You know, you like you rise in one of them neighborhoods, you be like, damn, it's January, they grass green as hell.
boy,
Like it's
shout out to
super
C
green.
Rob.
What's up, C?
Yeah, bro. That's crazy, bro. Then I was just kind of like, it's crazy. Granted, Hill just happened and times have changed, but shit, look at Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., bro. Like, he used to be hell now.
Oh yeah.
Robert Downey used
Like
to be
real
hell
talk.
now. Yeah,
Like I'm talking
man.
about putting it in all the holes. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking
Holes,
about?
HOLES.
Yeah, and everything up his
literally.
nose too.
that there.
And then your boy, Thanos, he slapped his wife.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So it's
I ain't
like,
hold on.
man,
I ain't know
yeah,
about that.
Josh Brolin, yeah, he slapped his wife. You know what I'm
Is he the
saying?
one that was in Creed 3?
No, Josh Brolin, he don't play in a lot of stuff. He played Thanos, and he also played. You seen Deadpool? He played
Yeah.
Cable.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He boys in the water. It's in the water.
Then look at your boy who played Flash. Now you know he guilty. They
Oh,
just let that man still do his thing.
absolutely.
Oh,
But you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, we already know it's a different code of ethics when it comes to your skin being brown and being in that limelight. That's and let me go ahead and say it. And it was a white woman.
that part too. And JB,
It
get
was a
what?
white woman.
All his stuff, misdemeanor.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna tell you what's a felony. His skin color and that white woman.
Mm,
I'm just go. That's a felony
yeah, that's crazy,
every
man.
time.
And
But
Every
I ain't
time,
gonna.
bro. You don't get no
boycotting us.
chances.
It would have been boycotting us, boy. Like, boy, look here, you got to step down. You got to, hey. You gotta do
So
something.
I brought up him to kind of segue into this, and I might have a little bit of gossip a little bit later on, man. But I really, especially why I hope that we got some of these ladies online if they're still online. And just gonna kind of pick back part off of what we talked about last week a little bit, man. We had got into some things. We had another good buddy, well, not good, but a friend of ours, Jason. He came on and he kind of gave his truth on some things from his perspective of getting divorced and how much he lost. And, his feelings on who had more to lose in a divorce, man or woman. We talked about that last week.
I sure
So I'm
wanted
gonna
to be
come.
on this show.
It's all good. It's all good. We got you here now. And I'm gonna give you time to formulate some thoughts. So I'm gonna come to my homeboy first, Pot. And Pot, let me know, man, how you feel about prenups, man? Are you for prenups? Are you against them? And let me know why on either side.
Hmm. Once again, it's another toss up on the prenup. Depending on my situation, if I come into it, and depending on her situation. Now, if she's already established, she's at that level, and if I'm at that level and we can sit down and compromise and sit down and say, okay, look, we're gonna leave what we came with. Everything we build together, we'll split down the middle.
Mm.
Now she can agree to disagree, then let's make it work. Let's sign the paper. Let's do the prenup. I'm with it. So that means, regardless of what happened, whatever we build together, we're gonna split this. But whatever I came with already, so if I came with 100 million, I'm leaving with my 100 million. You came with your 100 million, you're gonna leave with your 100 million. I ain't gonna try to drag you on your 401k or your little retirement
I don't
plan.
think
Don't
y'all
do it.
worried about
Don't try to
401k. You got
drag,
100 million.
because it's gonna be live. It's gonna be on and popping. Now, if we have some kids in between that, now we dealing on a whole different ball now. With everything that we had to deal together, if we were gonna split, now we can't split because now we have to do this by our kids. You see what I'm saying? Got to keep it right there, even in even ballpark.
So I want to, and correct me if I'm wrong. I surmise that you're saying you are for the prenup.
Yeah, I'd be for it.
Okay.
If
So
we,
if
like I said, but this will have to be negotiable. Like both of us gonna have to agree upon that. That, like I said, if we're gonna agree that we're gonna come out and leave when it's over. If it's ever to that point, then let's leave what we leave with. I'm with that. Let's sign.
Well, I'm asking you this because Adele asked Rich Paul to sign a prenup. What if she's asking you?
Yeah, if I had Paul money like that, yeah, I'd do it.
Well, I'm just talking about you in general. Just you in general. What if the female is asking you to sign a prenup?
Hell, that's what I'm saying. Like, you
Okay.
mean like for my financial situation now, or if I had that million I'm talking
And,
about?
and, and that's the question I'm not. I'm
I
talking
see,
about
like right
you,
now, I mean,
not
I'm at
Rich
the
Paul.
point to
You.
where, because I still have my kids and stuff too, so I'm at that point to where it's like, shit, depending on what you got and whatever, we probably can still do it now because I still got my kids on the back end. So, you
Okay.
understand?
I could. I don't want to dig too. I'm going to JB. I'm sure I'm gonna come back to this because what I'm getting at is the prenup. I know you have kids, but these things are gonna be roped into the prenup. But JB, same question to you, man. Are you pro prenup? Not? If so, whatever it may be, give me a situation and tell me why you for it or not for
I'm gonna say, man, I'm actually pro prenup when it makes sense. Um, let's say, for instance, almost towards Potts example, if I'm in a situation to where I'm essentially the I'm the prize, right? Because prenups come because somebody's the prize. You
Okay.
feel me? Somebody got more than the other. Sometimes it's a lot more, sometimes it's a little bit more, but sometimes it normally comes because somebody got more. Adele and your boy, what's his name?
Rich
You say
Paul.
J. Paul?
Rich Paul.
Rich
You know,
Paul.
Adele and Rich Paul. Rich Paul ain't got Adele money
Mm-mm.
at this point,
She
but Rich
worth
Paul,
220.
yeah, he ain't got her money, but at the same time, he got some cachet.
Yeah.
Um, I probably wouldn't even have, depending on what the details are in that prenup. Like you ain't gonna treat me greasy if you just decide to wake up one day and just bounce. But if you are telling me you worth, 225 hundred, something like that, $1 million, and I'm worth, let's say 40 or 50, and we're getting into this relationship, and you say, well, hey, listen, I will only sign a prenup. I absolutely could understand that because if the roles were reversed, I would ask for the same thing because I know how people can get out here. That's really the compromise in the whole thing. Because best believe I'm probably gonna be stacking five a year in some type of undisclosed bank account as it is already. So I'm gonna build up the bank before I get gone, if that so happens in the first place. But I get the premise of the prenup, and I'm not against it one way or the other, whether it's the man or the woman asking for it. What I don't like and what I don't agree with is where some of these agreements can be written by an attorney and you are basically being pressured to sign it as is. I should be able to say, I don't agree with that. I don't like that. And then you should say, or be amenable to some of the things that I'm not on board with in what you have given to me and what I've given back to you. You know what I'm saying? If it's like one of those deals where you got to take this or leave it, and if you don't sign it, we ain't in a relationship no more, then, and if I don't like that and I don't like the verbiage, I don't like the agreement, the way that is written out, then, I would, that would not be something that I would be for. I
And
believe in the premise of it.
K Glove, let me know what you think about that in the comments. You too, C Rob. I am along the lines of that. I think it gets tricky, kind of with like what you said is like who is considered the prize, right? Because
Mhm.
when someone is considered the prize, it's almost assumed that the one who is not the prize should be willing to, you know, basically almost settle for the prenup. Because at that point, then, you know, it's kind of like what you just said. It's almost like it's an ultimatum. But I don't think it should be no pressure. I'm definitely going to have some lawyers or somebody look over.
Absolutely.
I'm of the mindset, I'm for it either way, too, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, I've never been married. But in my opinion, marriage is just a business arrangement and agreement in it. So the prenup is just another part of that arrangement. And I myself personally just feel like, you know, I'm kind of with Pot a little bit. I'm not in total agreement of with, and we come into the relationship with this, you leave with that, whatever we build together, we split. I don't,
Hmm.
I'm not a sole component of whatever we build, we kind of split because that shit can be finicky. Because I can build a business, but you as my wife or vice versa, she can build a business, me as her partner. I'm her partner because I'm married to her and I'm supporting whatever she's doing. But I went in the gym shooting jump, you know what I'm
I
saying?
was just about to say it.
Hey,
She
I
wasn't with
went in
Kobe
the
shooting in the
gym,
gym.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm more of a component of like, I would like to maybe do something like I'm big on percentage. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm worth 100, say for instance, you come in with what you had and you leave with what you have, but if we married, I'm just gonna throw some numbers out there. I'm not subscribing to it, but I'm throwing a number out there. I think you should be at least uh uh dedicated to get maybe 10 or maybe 15% of my wealth, like upfront cash. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have to liquidate, you know what I'm saying, that's what I have to do because that's what you deserve. So if I'm worth 100 million, you gonna get 10 million. That's what you get, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Almost a component of maybe on some years, maybe some percentage go up and be married. So many, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
that's gonna get her your money. You don't want nothing. That's from her.
no, I'm talking about whatever way the prenup goes. Whomever the prize winner is going to be the one that has to pay that to the other person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So if I'm worth, like I said, hey, if I'm worth $100,000
on purpose, just getting that bread and be by his.
Well, I mean, I just think if you marry, I just don't think nobody should leave with, what they came with, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just not, because at the end of the day, that's your partner, and you know what I'm saying. Without them, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't do
everything that we build. Come in,
Yeah, it's definitely got to be some negotiation though. Now, I can't just take anything. If that's the case, let's just keep kicking it.
Right.
Because I'm gonna live the lifestyle anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Look, you're gonna have to look if it get down, like I said, you trying to be greasy with me about it. I just ain't gonna go nowhere. And I'm gonna keep on living like I'm living.
No.
You just gonna be hot. You're gonna be pissed off about it. But again, it does kind of lead you to ask the question, realistically, what are we here for? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say, well, it's for love, it's for longevity, it's for marriage, it's for family, then both of you guys should be in a position, if that is why you're here, to negotiate what that looks like. Because marriage is a contract. And every business negotiation should have a contract. And that's kind of how it goes. If you ain't willing to bend a little bit, then really you ain't here for me. Or I ain't here for you. Right. And the compromise has to be in the detail.
Right. And that way, it sounds so good, but I'm tell you what, when they got their money go to coming around, folks ain't civilized no more. You know what I'm saying?
I see Ross saying, let's be adults about it, man.
That what made me say it. That what made me say it. Shit. Well, we're talking about taking 50%, 60%, then they get the kids on top of that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, man? That civilization go out the door, bro. Man. So that's why I think we read to be. Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, your boy been through it, boy. And those type of transactions, those type of life scenarios bring out the worst in people, man. And you don't even recognize who you sit across the table from, like real talk.
Right.
So, like I said, the reason why I'm for a prenup is because it essentially takes a lot of the bullshit off the table up front. And that means that you guys have a chance, right? You have a chance to leave that situation in a civilized manner because a lot of things are already taken off the table because, as much as we say it, we don't operate in this space as much as ladies do. But once that emotion starts kicking in and that dollar and that money start getting thrown around and they start having people in their ear and you got people in your ear, it really becomes absolutely. It really becomes a totally different scenario. So, I feel like the prenup, even though it's kind of setting you up for the failure of a relationship, or it's forecasting the failure of a relationship. Is necessary.
The prenup, you think forecast is the failure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I would say forecast. I think it's more of it's just called insurance. I rather have it than need it than not have it. Because I get insurance don't mean I'm gonna get injured.
I mean, you got to use it. You know what
I'm saying? Well, I think it's a little bit different than insurance.
Because insurance is.
Yeah, I feel you. But you go into detail in a prenup. You don't really go into detail in insurance. Like it's a whole plethora of things that can happen to you that allows you to be able to
detail of insurance. But when you come to paying your premium, you thought you had rental car, because you got insurance don't mean you got rental car. because you got liability don't mean it's gonna cover the other. I mean, it's just gonna cover the other. So it's details it's details in insurance. So it's very that's why they have underwriters.
Yeah, but you can't look when you got life insurance, right? It don't pay out if you kill yourself. But if you meet any
But
type of accident,
that's the detail. That's what I'm saying. A
but
lot of
if you
people don't
meet,
know that.
but I don't know how they would. But if you meet
You'll
any
be
kind of,
surprised.
if you meet any kind of end that ain't self imposed and you didn't actually do yourself, it pay out. So it don't say you can only get it if you die by being eaten by a shark. It don't say you can only get it if you die by falling off a roof, right? It's just if you meet your end, not at the hands of yourself or in a conspiracy that you perpetuated to end your life. That's essentially what life
And to
insurance.
that point, I was just talking about insurance. I wasn't speaking
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but yeah. But I'm saying the point I'm making like that they both have their detail. It's devils in the detail. You know, you go sign health insurance, you don't tell them folks you smoke. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
you die from lung cancer, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna probably pay out. You know what I'm saying? You don't lie to people. But you know, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm with you. I'm with you. Nah, I totally agree. You got anything on the pot? Anything you want to add to it?
He saw that up. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it can get tricky, dog. It, yeah. And I'm not even I would be even, you know, I like to think that I'm civilized. I would even be of the component to like, you know, it have a statute of limitation in terms of say after 5 years it's been written or 10 years, it can be revisited. Because I'm
I've
sure
heard
our
of that.
circumstances have
Yeah, go
changed.
back
You know what I'm
and
saying?
I've
go back
heard of
and
that
read.
clause. I've heard of that type of clause being in those types of negotiations and prenups.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
uh,
this and
And I would say most definitely, K Glover, 100%. I would say that that's you know. So
what she
look,
say?
we talk about. She was basically saying if I support you in your endeavors, is that
Oh,
considered us building together? You know, that's almost to the point of the whole
yeah,
like the Drake line. You know, like you weren't with him shooting in the gym, but you was still at home raising the
right,
kids. You
right.
still at home taking care of the bills, even though it's easy to take care of the bills when you got that
That's
kind
why
of
you
cash.
get that percentage. It just ain't gonna be 50.
Exactly,
if you look at it like you said,
exactly.
but that's a whole lot though, Jay. Like we out there shooting the jumpers or catching the balls. And if we do have kids at home, like she being a real mother and not that gold digger type chick, that just
Yeah.
out there that
Hey,
want to
look,
have our baby because we got the
That's why
bread.
she get the
look.
percentage, folks.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
not 50.
Yeah, but I'm just cause she really holding it down. Like somebody like LeBron James wife.
Listen,
Look,
where does her we just gonna say 10%. I'm sorry, I'll let you go be. We just gonna say 10% of the whatever 100 million that I made. That's 10 million. So if she don't want to be in there taking care of the kids and I can't get in the gym, get what? She ain't gonna get 10% of that 100 million because I can't make it.
Yeah, I ain't disagreeing. I ain't disagreeing. No, I was just adding on to the point, but like for like
Mhm.
what she doing for like earning that little 10%. You know what I'm saying?
you can't, 10, 15%, whatever. Even if it was 20%, man, I look at it like this.
Whoa.
We ain't dealing.
All right,
I deal with my tax brackets. You feel
right.
me? I can't talk about COVID now because real talk, I don't really respect a whole bunch of parenting going on in those type of households, man, because they got too much damn help, right? You ain't cooking no meals, you ain't running
Mhm.
kids all over the place, man. Y'all ain't worried about, what I'm saying, the bill, the month to month bill, all that kind of stuff. So that actually goes into a lot of what it takes to raise a kid. When you got that much money, you got 10 times as much help. I deal with my tax bracket. If I'm in a situation where I'm trying to build this business like I am now, what I'm saying? My wife building her business. So literally, there are times when you'll see my wife and my bonus daughter working at my events. Hell, some
What did you
clothes ain't
call it?
getting picked up.
Call her a bonus daughter? I never heard that
Yeah,
term. Okay, I just
Never
never
yeah,
heard
heard
because
it
that.
you
like that.
because I don't use stepdaughter. To me, that ain't
And
quite
I
that.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
what I'm saying, my bonus daughter, what I'm saying, we got a good relationship. But even with, like I said, my wife and my bonus daughter help me in my business, whatever I need. My wife, she building her own business right now. You know what I'm saying? So whatever she need, if she need me to run some errands for her, boom, I'm doing it. If she need me to take care of some salt that if she need me to just take care of some other stuff, then I'll take care of some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, in
That was
those,
paying for a higher percentage
Teamwork.
for her.
nah, but that's just
Shit.
yeah, nah, but that's
Good
just a give and
teamwork right
take
there.
of
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just a
yeah.
give and take of the real world, not not that millionaire fantasy world. So
Right.
because of that, that's when you do start looking at some things as okay, yeah, I helped you do what you're doing, right? Not if it weren't for all of my funds, you wouldn't be doing or have the life you have. That's just a different type of discussion to me. And so in the
Mm-hmm.
real world, that's when realistically we ain't got enough apart to have a prenup outside of let's say our houses that we own. So whatever, houses I own when I first came in on my house, whatever houses she owned when she came in on her houses, and then everything we get together now is us collectively. And we'll just continue on down that road. If we just happen not to work out, then that's where the rubber meet the road. And that's when we gonna have to figure out how we, split this thing. But realistically, we building what we got together. So 'cause we ain't really got a whole lot apart. So it wouldn't really make a ton of sense in our scenario.
Gotcha. Okay.
You feel me?
Fair enough.
When you only got one pot to
Team
piss in a
power. Team
piece,
power, man.
Mm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, for sure. That's it's just basically just getting your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
you could be of the mindset. And it's just about how each individual is. You know what I'm saying? You can have a motherfucker who worth $10,000. If he don't work and he got his $10,000, shit, he might, you
I
know,
put that prenup on it.
right? You know what I'm saying? That he, I'm saying that how he feel. You know what I'm saying? His wife coming to the marriage with $1,000. You feel me?
I, I feel you. I feel
So
you.
it's just about where everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But no, I,
I
I don't
completely agree.
disagree. Yeah, I'm with you. Listen, I'll tell you what. If anybody that listen to me, I ain't got shit, so you ain't gotta worry about it.
I like
I
that
ain't got
teamwork
shit.
shit.
If you want to sign it, I'm all for it. I sign the shit. I ain't
Hey,
got shit.
so my girl, we like Jamie Florida Edwin 3000. You understand me?
Boy, you stupid.
Hmm.
Boy, you stupid.
So, man, I'm and shout out to the Sweet Gears a little bit, man. Shout out to them dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? So far at the
What?
moment, we don't reel in the number one ranking recruiting class in the nation.
Oh,
Yes,
Hey, we
sir.
got some hosses in that class too, brother.
yes, we just got a safety just popped on up in there.
Number one safety in the country. KJ
Yeah.
Bolden. Put some
Yeah,
respect on it.
right.
Flipping from Florida State.
Flipping
Well,
from Florida State.
if you want to put things in perspective, I think it was put out in our group chat, but Kirby Smart has gotten the number one safety, linebacker, and cornerback
D
in this
and
class.
DB.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
cornerback, yeah. Yes, that's huge,
Uh,
man. Those are the 3 5 stars that we currently have.
Yes, I like. Hey, I like that. Well said. Currently have. I like that.
Yeah, that we currently have. Things can change. We can lose some folks. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Oh yeah,
but
Kate Glover
yeah.
said she liked the thought of we moving on up. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work when you got a partner. You know what I'm saying? You like to, like they say, build things. You know what I'm saying? That's why people
mhm,
change. You know what I'm saying? When you start out in the beginning, you don't want to be the same people who you were when you first started out. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
But that
Absolutely.
also, sometimes that change is not good. Sometimes that change, move people apart. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
And that where that money get tricky. So that's why that prenup could be important. I'm just
Facts.
saying it could be important. And then maybe it could be a situation where, you know what, that's crazy. I ain't never think about that. Could it be a situation where, say for instance, what if we start out with nothing, right? And we get married. Can you put a prenup in after you're married? Maybe not, because it wouldn't be pre with it.
No,
I don't think so. At that point, that's
it's
communal property,
premeditated.
brother.
That's community. Yeah, yeah. At that point you locked in, huh?
Yeah, you
Hey, look, you
premeditated
better
that. Like,
make it. You better make it work, or you better start
why you wait
stashing.
till now? Why you wait till now to want to sign this?
So that when you gotta start putting money up on the dog house, cause she down sure putting it in the purse somewhere.
What? You heard what
You
Jay
know,
said? Better have you a little throwaway somewhere.
Well, you know how I go, bro. Everybody. Well, I would think if you got sense, you do, but we don't want to get nobody in trouble, man. Might got some folks out here
They call it mad money.
watching, talking about their husband and wife stashing away money. Can go start looking at the receipts and accounts. You know what I mean?
hey, hey,
So, but hey, man,
man,
I don't know if y'all watched the recruiting too heavy. Did y'all have any losers? I know we had winners because Georgia was #1, so that's for sure. Any losers um today in recruiting?
man, you know what? I think I really felt like no, well, let me just say this. Another
Post
winner.
nump. Is that I'm sorry, is that a real thing or you just talking shit, Keiko? She said a post nump, or maybe she just talking shit.
A post up.
Yeah, maybe she was just talking shit.
Oh,
Yeah, she
okay.
said it's a
I
yeah,
ain't
she
know.
said a post nuptial agreement. Y'all never heard of that.
No, me
Yeah,
neither.
like after we unstruck the lick, we're gonna go
That
sit
should
down
have
with the
probably be like
lawyers
pulling
and
teeth from a
decide what we're gonna do.
crocodile, though, dog.
Yeah, I said that's gonna probably be harder than the prenup cause. But then she called it if it's post nuptial, is that before you get the divorce though, hey Glove?
hmm Yeah,
Right.
Hmm.
because that's after
So
you get
you
married.
right, so you're gonna work this out before you get divorced. Shit, they're gonna definitely be tough.
Shit. Mm-mm.
Oh
That,
hell
that
Motherfucker,
that
no!
shit ain't
the
gonna
motherfucker ain't
fly.
gonna
Don't
play
post
fair.
me up.
Yeah.
Don't post me up, baby. No ma'am.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Motherfucker ain't gonna play fair then because they gonna swear everything you got cause they get cost of them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
what did
Yeah,
over
you
that?
might need to just institute the stashing method for about a
Yeah.
good 2-3 years.
So JB, what was your recruiting thing you was about to say?
Oh, excuse me, fellas. Man, your boy just getting back off the schneid from this sickness, so that cough still on me. But man, I'm gonna tell you, I really did not see Ole Miss doing what they did
Mm.
in the transfer portal. I know they kind of look at them two separate recruiting classes now, but I personally don't. I think they did a phenomenal job. I just don't know where they're
Mm-hmm.
getting all this cash from because I know they're going into bidding wars for people. So, with that being the case, they did a great job. I think some losers on this one, man, is really going to end up being Florida State. And here's why.
Mm.
Power Five school just went undefeated, got left out of the playoffs. I personally feel like they got screwed. I don't care if their quarterback got hurt or not. But here's where they're gonna start to suffer and hurt. Number one, they play in the ACC. ACC is now weakening itself year after year. They're losing a lot of respect, and you know it almost shows you that no matter what you do, you can't compete with the SEC and the Big Ten. You can go undefeated. And those kids, man, look, not only the kids on that team, I think they're gonna have more kids not playing in the Orange Bowl because of what happened to them. Because these kids like
Oh, they
this ain't no.
listed them
Got
today.
like 6, 7 kids going to the
Yeah,
NFL.
they listed it today. A lot of kids opt out.
And realistically, I don't blame them, man. I don't blame them. I ain't got nothing to fight for
No.
in the Orange Bowl after going undefeated against screwed. So I think that they end up being a loser because KJ was their bell cow, saying, "Hey, listen, we still got the number one guy, the number one safety in the country coming here because he believed in us." And he flipped at the last minute. The
Mm-hmm.
committee didn't believe in you. Your number one recruit didn't believe in you. The guys on the team who was y'all leaders don't believe. A lot of them don't believe in you now because they moving on. I think they are going to be the ones that suffer and hurt the most from today, pre-signing day.
Mm. What about you, Pop? Same question to you. Any
Yeah,
any
I'm co-telling
losers?
on Jake. Personally, I really didn't care once I seen we had the number one class and what we were getting. They should have did them like they did Stroud, put them on front of the Sports Illustrated, just ripping up the Florida State jersey with Georgia up
Mm.
under. You know what I'm
The Florida jersey.
Well, he talking about the floor he signed with Florida. He talking about KJ
Oh,
signed with
oh,
Florida
oh, you
State.
talking about KJ? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
saying? Yeah, that would have been sweet.
yeah.
They did Stroud like that when we were coming up.
Yeah. But he was
Yeah, they
exactly
are.
to JB
Hip
point. Yeah.
Florida.
Well,
They hit.
I'm gonna say this, man. I was very shocked with well, not necessarily shocked with Oregon, what Oregon did. They took a few receivers, top receivers from Ohio State. For Oregon kicking ass, but more than that, Auburn, man. I know we don't want to talk about him, JB. Slaughter finished #7 so far, bro.
Yeah.
He recruiting his ass off, bro.
He gonna
Uh,
need to.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He got
That's
a
all. That's
big
all he got
turnaround.
his hanging. He got to.
So so my
Then Oregon,
loser,
then
man.
Oregon just get 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't know who they signed in the
Yep.
I
class.
think they getting a
They
two
got
transfer quarterback.
they got a quarterback out of UCLA, the black guy. I think is out of UCLA, and
Oh,
they
from the
got
portal.
It's
yeah,
the
from the
other
portal.
quarterback. Damn it. Both of them play. Is it the quarterback from Oklahoma?
Yep.
Nah, nah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah,
No,
yes, it
Dylan
I
is.
Gabriel
think
went.
it is.
He went to Oregon. I thought you were talking about Auburn. My bad. I said he went to
No, no,
Oregon.
no,
Yeah, my
no.
bad.
Oregon. That's
Oh
what I
no,
said.
he
We
took.
Yeah.
have
My bad.
two
Yeah. My
transfer
bad.
quarterbacks coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Dylan
Yep.
Gabriel went to Oregon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure enough.
Man, my lose is gonna be this, man. I really, especially somebody watching this show, I don't want to sound like I'm pounding on, but it's just truth in my opinion. My loser had to
Go
be
ahead.
prime time, man.
Mm.
Man, you finish up 99th, man.
But they got
You
that D.
can't.
They got a 5-star D lineman now.
The offensive lineman decommitted. The big offensive lineman decommitted. He ain't go. He had all the way up to the end, but but coming into the week, he was at 63. You
Mm.
finish up 99th. It's only with 100 and what 32 FBS schools, something like that. 128, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just thought he would be able to recruit much better. I understand he attacks the portal, and he has a God, I forgot the rule. He has a 40-40-20 rule. I don't know. I mentioned this on one of my other shows. I'd be on some of the shows. But y'all know he has a 40-40-20 rule. And his rule
What's
is
that?
he want 40 from the transfer portal, 20% recruit, and 40, what the other 40% was.
Transfer? Oh, you
It
want to
might be
keep
transfer
40% of his team? Okay.
or something like that. But yeah, it's like 20% gonna be from like recruitment, 40 from the transfer, 40% from the transfer portal, and I forgot
The
what
recruitment need to be up a little higher, though.
for
Well, I don't
sure.
know, man. What, look, I'll say this. He trying to build it and get it right now. So if you look at
Fast,
it,
yeah.
if you look at it and he bring 20% of his, let's say, recruiting class in from high school, that'll put him right there around that end level, 75 to 80, 80th, because they don't really account for, because I think he got some players coming through the transfer portal.
For
He
sure.
pulled in some players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I that I, I don't know. I don't really know they full breakout, but I just kept seeing Colorado pop up on portal transfers.
Mm.
So, he might only get like 3 or 4 kids, 5 kids that might be worth a damn through high school recruit who signed today. But I think most of his guys, especially those linemen, all them came out of the transfer portal.
Yeah, you got to start building a foundation at some point, though, for sure.
Yeah, you
You know what
do.
I mean?
Yeah, you do.
Start developing kids, because all these kids coming from different programs, different work ethics, and you're going to only keep them maybe 2 years at the most.
It's amazing how you can just leave from one school to the next and still play. Like
Oh, say that again, Pop?
it's amazing now how you can transfer schools,
Mm-hmm.
go from school to school and just play. Like it's a portal now. Like they have it. It's organized where you can leave here. You can play here 1 year, have your grades, get in the portal, go over here, you playing again. Somebody else's uniform. Another shit, you had to sit
Hey,
out a whole year. You had to sit out a year when you was coming out. If you was transferring,
Yeah.
when we came
and the
out, you
coach
was
had
gonna
to release
transfer in the division. But if you was going down, you can play.
you. Hmm.
So if I wanted to
Yeah.
transfer from Georgia to Auburn or anywhere, anything D1, I had to sit out that whole year.
But that's how it should be, man. That's what I'm saying. That's how it should be. That's why I'm so in love with NIL, man. This free agency thing that we have going on. Cause I mean, coaches do it all the time, man. And then
But you know
scholarships.
what?
So
I thought the
well,
purpose was that to keep the kids. Shit, they leave them more
What?
than they keep.
Well, Shout, I just wanna jump in real quick before I forget the point that you just said. Coaches have done it all the time, right?
mhm.
But what does another program have to do if a coach is under contract if that next program won't it?
Well, to make a big distinction before I even answer the question, well, first of all, the reason I bring it up to the point that coaches do it, it should be
Hmm.
easier for the athlete because they're not employees.
Right, but they're benefited monetarily based off of their attendance at that particular university.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
There
yeah, but
is.
they don't have no tie-in like a coach is like a state employee.
I get it.
Go
I
ahead.
get it. But the connection is who they play for.
But
Right.
that
Ain't
name and
nobody out
likeness,
here.
they don't have nothing to do with the university. They can't use the
Yeah,
university name, image, or none with the university. Granted,
yeah,
I know
but
they
those people,
tied into it.
yeah, them
But
folks who paying them are
mhm,
tied to the university and paying because you playing for that university.
okay,
So, name, image, and likeness actually didn't work itself out the way that the ruling and the lawsuit um initially had alleged back in the O'Bannon them days, right? The universities kind of stayed free and clear because
exactly.
that's what they were saying. But I personally still feel I love these kids getting this money, man. I love the fact that they can make a decision. But at some point, there's gonna have to be some type of galvanizing and some processes and rules and regulations
Gotta
around this
regulate
thing,
that
man.
shit, man. Hell, gotta
Because me personally, I feel like the kids should have a tie to the university if you receiving funds based off the university that you play for. I do. I personally feel like that because these folks that's paying you they ain't just a Joe Blow CEO that contributes to an NIL fund. They contributing to that collective or that individual because they at that
Okay,
university. So for me,
and that's fine. And
yeah,
get with JB at the end of the year, I could be doing everything that what I'm saying I aspired to do and trying to do. And guess what I got at the end of the year? Exit interview. What
exactly. So
happens
this is
when
what I'm
that
saying.
same, what happened when that same, all that great shit you talking about the university and the coach pretty much tell me, listen, man, we appreciate what you done, but I think we're gonna go in another direction. It'll be best for you to probably not that we give you another job. We got another now it's time for you to get in the portal or figure
Well,
it
that's
out.
normally happening with guys who ain't fucking sniffing the field. Let's be real with that.
yeah,
Because if
yeah.
you a brought by, well, you ain't having that conversation.
That's what
What
I
I'm
thought
saying
y'all
We
was
is,
just we
saying.
just had a starting linebacker this transfer. Now not saying it was
yeah,
NFL, not saying it was NIL. I'm not saying it was
right.
tied to
Well,
NIL, but I'm saying
this is what I'm
starters do hit the portal for many different reasons.
a- absolutely. But what I'm gonna say is, if there is a situation like that, let's say for instance, like Bell didn't leave because he was hurt and folk was snatching his snaps. He didn't leave because of none of that. He left because of the cash.
Right.
When you have a
That
situation like that, if you want to go somewhere else, that other school who wants you, they need to buy your NIL out. That means that money need to come back into our NIL collective that from the school that you going to so that we can make sure that we're helping our school. We ain't just enriching your coffers and putting money in. Now,
but it
Georgia
ain't
do it a little
like
bit different.
I'll say
I'm
it
Indian
ain't
giver.
like he
How
put the
many
money in
$9
the
we gave him? Shit, I need a
but
percentage of
I'm
that back
saying
from
it
him.
ain't like we put all the money from his NIL. Say for instance he had an NIL evaluation of 100,000. It ain't like we gave him
Mhm.
$100,000 in a briefcase and he took it and left it with the USC. That ain't it don't work
Nah,
like that, right?
nah,
We
but
don't
So it
he
got
but
ain't
he
fucking
made
talk
it.
about
so
between
why
us.
should
We
they
don't
have
got
to
fucking
come
talk
buy
about.
in out his NIL evaluation when he's not getting that up front?
Not the valuation. I ain't
They
talking about the valuation. I ain't talking about the valuation. I'm talking
you
about
mean
received
whatever month?
funds. I'm talking
No,
about received
whatever.
funds. Huh?
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna assume whatever funds are received off of services rendered. He left at the end of the season, and it's almost
Mhm.
like it's month to month. So it ain't like he got. It ain't like he. What I'm saying is he don't got money for services rendered.
Yeah, but every school like Georgia is a different circumstance. Not a lot of schools and collectives work like that, Shawty. You know what I'm saying? Georgia's
Well,
one of the one.
I can only speak on what I would think would be common sense. Now, if and I'm not even just speaking to Georgia. I got an idea of how Georgia works with how you explain NIL on a few occasions. But I'm just speaking from a common
Mhm.
sense standpoint, in my opinion. I would not like to think that kids are getting. You may get some type of advance. Say for instance, you come in because everybody come in with an evaluation, no matter what the collective or however it goes.
Absolutely.
You come in with the evaluation. So I'm just saying your evaluation. I like to use ones and zeros because they easy. Your evaluation is 100,000 for that year. I don't see nobody giving you 100,000 in NIL. Now, on the back end, you might get 100,000 to come, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. That's just how it's always been that way. I'm just talking about NIL. So what I'm getting at is when you get your 100,000, I'm sure you're gonna get that total 100,000 probably by the end of that year or that term is up. So you're getting paid for services rendered. You're not getting
the school year, not that football season.
Or however you want to work. However you want to work. I'm just saying I don't think these kids are getting money like big, huge advance. Oh, you work 200. I mean, a million, and we're gonna give you $1 million, and you leave, and you ain't did nothing for them.
So I'm gonna tell you, Shawty. I'm gonna just say it ain't all schools out there ain't working like Georgia. I said, Georgia's different in extenuating circumstance. And I think they actually do it right. Georgia don't get involved in bidding wars. If you look at any of these top portal guys, anytime Georgia's name is involved, once you start hearing certain schools get involved, you no longer hear Georgia's name. So we ain't getting involved in no bidding wars. But you do have folks dropping some big bags. And so just like, I'll say I can't what was the quarterback name that we had that transferred 4 times? Daniels. Now I ain't saying he was getting big bags, but let's say for instance he came to us. He went to West Virginia. He went from West Virginia to somewhere else.
He went to West Virginia to Rice.
Let's say
started at USC to Georgia, Georgia to West Virginia, West Virginia to Rice.
Right. And again, I don't know his pockets, but I don't think he was getting big bags dropped on it. I'm just saying, if a scenario broke out to where he was at USC and they had NIL at that time, and he was coming to Georgia and they had dropped a big bag on him for him to be there. I feel like he shouldn't just be able to take the money and run because he don't like competition. I don't think he should be able to take the money and run because he don't want to compete, or he sees that Georgia coming into the season with no quarterbacks and he want to just transfer. I think it needs to be it needs to be more difficult than just an easy lead. That's all I'm saying.
You want to respond to that before I do pop?
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It's just like you taking the money and running. That's what I was saying. Like, shit, I'm paying you to do a job. You signing your name on your line to do the job, and it's money. You just get my money. You leave. Like, what's up?
So, again, it just for me, it sounds like y'all coming to the point like he leaving mid-season. So.
No, I ain't saying mid-season.
Right. So what I'm saying is I don't understand how, and I think that just, in my opinion, that's the fan side of us. We want to have some kind of, but listen, in most things, now we're not talking about employees. That's just like if you're in the NFL. I ain't talking about switching teams. I'm talking about your name, like, and image. You can go make as much money as anybody is willing to pay you. I don't know what's wrong with that. Why should there be anything limited in me to stop getting paid where only somebody is willing to pay me? So if I'm at Georgia this year, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm saying if I'm at Georgia this year, I signed a scholarship to come to Georgia. Scholarships are 1-year renewal.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of whatever my NIL evaluation is, whatever you paid me for that year, I get to the end of the season. I have done what you have paid me to do. I'm at my exit. I'm at my exit interview. We're at the renegotiating table. That's what the exit interview is. That's basically the renegotiating table. Yeah, you're gonna let me know if I can be. You can tell me now. Granted, to your point, JB, most of the guys who we talking about, it's not an issue of them not coming back or not. But what I'm saying is that's the situation where you can no longer be wanted. You could be a
You
Doomer
could.
Johnson where you got hurt and you're a stud and you don't lost your jaw to injury, so to speak. And by the way, I'm happy Kentucky want to sign me. They're gonna give me a little bag because Georgia's gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna lose my starting job, so to speak.
That's how I'm gonna send them dogs at.
So why isn't the exit interview the renegotiating table? Why isn't it? That's
Well,
exactly
I'm
what
gonna
it
say.
is.
Well, this is why I'm gonna say it's not because you on that scholarship for a year,
Right.
right? Not a fall. And
Oh,
if I'm paying you NIL money, then contractually I'm looking at you for a year. So that actually
so
ain't
you saying
NIL. That's pay.
you saying when I leave is the problem. So I can leave when
Yeah,
school year over. But the
yeah.
portal doesn't work like that.
I
Now
know
the
that I know
portal
that
time lined up with that. I get what you saying.
I get what you're saying too with that. I was
So
gonna
whatever you
say
got
I was
left,
gonna
whatever
bring
I didn't pay you for the rest of that year, you don't even get that. You might as well leave that on the
well, I
table.
was just gonna say this. This is what I'm saying. When it come down to coming to the end of that year and you've I'm such and such salad millionaire because this ain't NIL. Really, this pay for play. This is what we play. This
Yeah,
is what
for
we
sure.
deal with
Yeah,
here.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah.
You
not
know what I'm saying? This ain't name, image, likeness. This is pay to play.
Right, right. Yeah, right.
If I'm
I'm with you.
paying you to play, you still have obligations to me for the money that I've paid you. So these kids, the
That's
pay to
if
play is
you
one
give
thing.
me the advance. So we're assuming that that's what I'm saying. We're assuming that these kids don't got all their money up front and they gotta beat it. Because what I'm saying is, JV, the football season is only so long. Like after the football season, that the
Absolutely,
service
you still
you
got
want
to
to keep
work
paying.
out.
I
You still
gotta
got to go. You still going to work out. You
but
still
stop.
going
The
to
bro,
season is over with, man.
bro.
Season is
It's
over with.
only
the
it
year ain't
ain't
over
many
with though.
teams that do month to month NIL like Georgia.
So
That's all I'm
JV, you know what I'm
saying.
saying? The issue is about when they leave. You don't have the issue is not about how many
Mm-mm.
times they can leave. You're saying it's when they leave.
It's when they leave. And if you gonna leave, let's say for instance, you ain't playing for a UGA and your bag done been dropped on you, right? You're saying
Mm-hmm.
you done got $100,000 throughout that football season and you leave, then you don't feel like it should be any issue because that's an exit interview after the season. I'm saying that $100,000 is for a year. If I'm the one
Yes,
who dropped that $100,000 on you,
whole school
either
year.
you gotta you gotta recoup me the duration of my money for the time you ain't gonna be there, or the other team gotta buy that out and repay
So
that back
so
to me.
I'm gonna
That's
keep
so
all
that
I'm
what
putting that
I'm
saying.
on the
saying.
table.
Is, so that what
Gotta
I'm saying.
continue
As
doing it.
opposed to me getting in the portal in January, I mean December. I need to wait till March,
If you want to get the rest of your money,
right before spring comes.
you want the
Or
rest of your money.
what I'm saying is all I'm getting at is it's a timing thing. That's all I'm saying. It's a time. It's not about because I thought it was more about when the conversation started. It was about how many times these kids can leave, and they
Hmm.
shouldn't just be able to leave. I'm saying they should be able to transfer as much as they want, and they should be able to leave. Now, I ain't saying you leave mid-season, no. But any services that are not rendered, to your point, JB, I would agree. You can't take no advance and not do what you're supposed to do. That's
That's my
different.
only issue.
Okay. I thought it was more
That's my
about
only issue.
how many times they could leave, and they should have to. It should be harder for them to leave.
No, I don't care how many times they leave because that
Right.
make it
But
hard
that
on
was
them.
implemented like
That's
it
just
be
kind
a
of
little regulated about that. But other than that, yeah.
to me. For me, that's the part that really kind of gets my goat. If I'm a donor and the collect, because again, I'm gonna say this one more time. It just ain't a whole bunch of collectors out there in the NIL world that work like Georgia do on a month to month
Right. Right.
deal. The kids get paid month to month. Some of these
Right.
folks dropping this 100K on a kid when he come in,
Mm-hmm.
150K on a
Well,
kid when he come
that's
in.
just to get there. That's just the signing bonus, and we doing some of that too. Everybody
He
do
might
that.
not even go to the NFL. He already get big money.
Hey,
Everybody,
listen, I'm just
everybody
saying.
got everybody. These big kids, everybody know NIL ain't even till you get there, but you get some chips before you get there.
You
That's just how the
might,
business work now.
but that might be understood that might be understood, signing bonus. But
Right.
if you are under the NIL payment structure and you get your payment all up front, then you shouldn't be able to leave at the end of a season because the all that cash is coming from a donor. It ain't coming from the
Mm-hmm.
school. You feel me?
So what? So
And
what else
so
he paying? So what I'm saying? What after the season? What else they paying for? For me to just go to class and work out?
nah, they pay for
And you
personal. They
know I
pay.
ain't gonna be there.
Man, you
They
probably
pay.
gotta do some commercials. You probably gonna make some appearances at some kids, go read some
So
books.
you
Absolutely,
talking?
that's the
So
kind of
you're
stuff they
talking
pay
about?
for.
I got you. So you're talking about? So you're talking about a kid still having to feel NIL obligation.
There you go.
Well,
But if they
listen.
gone,
Okay.
we know that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Now that's just bad business on the school to sign a kid to what we're gonna say is a contract, and he just breaks the contract without there being any problem. Now that's just bad dealing on the school side. Who
Hmm.
signs a
Well,
contract and let someone breaks a contract and there are no repercussions for breaking the contract?
That's why I gotta be some penalties
but
behind you
that's a
breaking.
lot of NIL right now, bro.
But what I'm
That's a
saying,
lot.
They're
oh,
gonna
once again, you
penalize you
can't.
for
That ain't
breaking
the
that contract.
kid fault though. You can't blame the kid for that. That ain't the kid fault.
It might not be his fault, but that penalty gonna have to be his too, man. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
if they
like three
start
plays,
doing that,
you did
yeah.
like three
Well,
plays the whole season, and you can go ahead and transfer. You might
I
go there and
listen.
put
well,
30.
Listen. I think we intertwining the two. To be honestly, I think we kind of intertwining maybe the money that you give a kid to come, and also the money that he gets when he's there. Because I just don't see, and I could be wrong, but just in general, I just don't see you after the kid has already signed. I think, matter of fact, any money that you give to a kid is going to be staggered. I just don't think you're getting a boatload of anything up front because we know how kids are. If you're gonna give a kid, say $100,000, you're gonna probably give them 25 this month, then 2, 3 months later, you get another. It's gonna be static, just
you
in
would
my
think
So
opinion.
so.
so and so look, so the NIL like they giving them the more stars, the more stacks. So you want them little 3 stars, you probably getting by how much?
I mean, they make all
I,
kind of
I
money, man. Real
yeah, I
talk.
don't think it's tiered like that. Yeah, I don't think it's tiered like that. I just think it's about
Yeah, that's what okay.
cause what if I could be a 3 star and I come to Georgia with my name Ice Cold. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to be this the refrigerator company of the
Then
South.
the
You know what
junior
I'm saying?
varsity, then the junior varsity will give you an NIL card. Nice cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that. A lot of it has to do with marketability too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah,
yeah.
Twitter followers and stuff like that. But
Might be a heating AC company up there. Got some good AC. A great ice cold up here,
that's
okay?
facts.
so, guy, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, man. But there's one thing I want to cover, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it because it happens a lot. Once again, they go back to this thing we're talking about this, and I'm just playing devil's advocate too. So
Mhm.
don't take me wrong. Don't take me wrong. Just playing devil's advocate. So y'all know Bun B, right? Sure, I know y'all
Right.
know. Sure.
Yeah.
So he had his little hamburger place, Trill Burgers,
Hmm.
right? He's now selling Trill Burgers,
Oh,
right? So the backlash is you use the black community to come in and buy your food and build your brand up, and now you sell it. So is that just the way? Of course, we know that the way business works, or did we get snuffed again?
mm. You want to jump in first, Pot, or you want me to go in?
What was that? The Rich Myers record company?
Mm.
No, Trill
Fast food
Burgers.
company.
He had a hamburger, the food, yeah, fast food.
Oh yeah. Hey, he did what he had to do, man. There's a lot to come into holding the restaurant down, bro. Like, believe it or not, from the inside out, it takes a lot, and he probably wouldn't get that type of workers like that to come in and people who were really dedicated to doing what they had to do to keep the restaurant
Oh
popping.
no, so the business
Oh,
business is good, folks. Like business is
yeah.
hella
He banging.
well.
Well, with him,
He
I mean,
banging.
well, wait, but well, it might be something personal because with him, I mean, if it's like that, shit, man, I got money, this and he probably just tired of the business, probably just tired of it. If he's letting it go like that and it's booming, he probably just tired of it on the personal tip.
And the question
Just
is,
let
but
to leave the headache to somebody else.
did he use the culture to do it?
So who did he sell it to though? I mean, did he sell it outside of the culture?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Look,
Sold it to them.
look, man. I don't know if the culture realized this or not, but realistically, when you build a business, a lot of times the thought is to build it to where you can sell it because a lot of folk, that's what they do. They create businesses. I didn't know that he sold it. I just listened
Yeah.
or was just watching an interview with him on Earn Your Leisure where
Well,
he
he
was
ain't had
talking
it a year
about,
yet.
I feel you, but I just heard him talking about on Earn Your Leisure that really Trio Burger ain't a fast food restaurant. It's just like McDonald's, baby. It's about real
Yeah.
estate. So he buying the real estate. He ain't renting nothing, right? When that dollar figure come in on your evaluation and somebody else, it's almost like the sharks. When somebody else offer
That's
you that
exactly what
money
it
that
is.
you sell it, because guess what he can still do? It might not be Trio Burger no more for him, but it might be Real Burger. He gonna go out and do it again and sell it again. I got
But
a
guess what?
homegirl right
Okay,
now.
hey, but what
So
if he owned the land? What if he owned the land that the burger
he
place on?
if he owned the
I just
land
sold you the
and he
burger place. I ain't sold you the land.
no he yeah he's selling the land. If he yeah they ain't
Listen,
coming to get Trio Burger without the land, bro.
They don't
yeah,
They
I'm
care.
just
getting it
saying, yeah,
all
they're not going to do that to pay no rent. Listen, folks, the
right.
whole point is, JB, did you want to finish? I would say the whole point is, oh, that thing done had at least 10x. And the whole point is, you buy low and sell high. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's kind of really the whole point. And if you just don't understand business, I hate the fact that people mixed in the culture with this, but I
And
get it.
emotion.
But what I'm saying is, you going to McDonald's and you ain't worried about the culture, and his shit tastes better
Absolutely.
than McDonald's. Obviously, you know what I'm
Obviously.
saying? Keep going to Trill Burger with the business aspect. That's just what it is. You start a company to build it because now you got more money to keep building.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost like, me and JB, we do stocks and stuff. Sometimes, especially when you're a early company, you have to dilute. You got to keep
Hmm.
getting money to help build out infrastructure.
Y'all gotta turn me on to that shit 2024, man. Gotta get in on that.
So, man, I've been trying to put you on. You don't want to do nothing.
Man,
We'll talk to them.
yeah,
We'll talk to
exactly.
them. So, but yeah, man. So I just thought that was just interesting, man. That I kind of get where they're coming from, but I don't really think it had nothing to do with that. So I'm gonna say this right here: if he make Trill Burger, don't where he put it at, who else gonna buy it? I mean, it's just about location, so it wouldn't matter if it, you know what I'm saying. No matter where we put there, we was gonna shop there anyway.
But then, like
It
Absolutely.
I'm
just
saying,
don't.
we don't even know the stipulations. Like we know he sold it, but it's still inside stuff that we might not know, like the naming or the rights to the name. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know, but we
Well, I
Hey,
know
think it's
he
just more
sold it.
about him selling it. That's the whole point. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. It may be
he
more
it,
into it.
their standpoint is he came in, branded himself as a black owner, sold his product to black people, and once black people spent money, I ain't gonna say 10 times, I don't know how many times before, but enough to where he was obviously profitable and wanted to sell, he ditched us. That's kind of how they portray it.
yeah. But we done heard
So
that
now when I
before
go,
though.
so now when I go get a Trill Burger, it's Trill Burger, but it ain't Bun B Trill Burger. It's you know what I mean.
Like
WB, white boy
McDowell,
There
trail
you
Mr.
go.
burger.
There you
McDowell
go.
sold out. Mr.
Yeah,
McDowell.
McDowell's. So yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, we don't heard that before, man. But that's just how business work, man. You know what I'm saying? That
Hey,
man
look,
might end up selling that and then putting up two, three more in some spots. You know what I'm saying? Hiring
absolutely.
more
But you
people
know,
than he
he
had
a
at that
professor. He a
location.
professor at a college and stuff too, man. So
Huh?
I might dedicate more time to
Oh,
that.
okay. Well, man,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say this, man. Before we slide out of here, man. JB, every time before we get out of here, man, do you have any shout outs? Anything you want to say to my small audience? Anything you want to let the people know about before you get out of here?
Hey man, nah, not too much, man. I just want to tell you, man, congratulations, man, on continuing to be consistent because all success is realized in consistency. YouTube pot, man, I appreciate y'all brothers for, you know what I'm saying, sharing y'all damn opinion. with us
Mhm.
and your small audience. Speak and appreciate your and your audience for showing up this evening, man. Allowing me to be able to, share my damn opinion with them. That's all I got, and I'm out.
That's what's up. You got anything, Pot?
Hey man, thank y'all for coming out on another Wednesday. Thank you JV for coming out. And my brother Thad, my brother from another mother. And y'all know how I get down. It's hot pot. Hey, holla at your boy. Yeah, yo, one Chapo, Instagram. AP Kennels coming your way. JV, I know you want another old English. Come holla at your boy. I got you.
Hey,
Need
I don't need
Rambo
no more
2.
dogs,
Got to
man.
keep Rambo going. Need Rambo 2. I got you. Yes, sir. Other than that, man, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell to get notified. We out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, I appreciate everybody tapping in, man, and all that good stuff, man. We'll be here the same back time, same back channel, man. 9:30 next Wednesday. Just my damn opinion. You know they like assholes. Everybody got one, and your boy got one too. We up out of here, man. If I can end the show.